Hello YouTubers, this is a short video how to replace your motorcycle heated grips control. This drawing uses some small LED control unit which controls the brightness of the LEDs, which looks like that. So if you live in the US, probably you can get it for a few dollars, and if you live in the UK, you can get it probably for £3-4. You just use the wires here with the control unit, and you just cut off the plugs and strip the insulation, so it can be connected, as the drawing shows. So you have a battery, switch on off, fuse, control unit. This control unit has got the 3 buttons, but what we really need is only one button, which controls the to switch off the unit on. Also controls the by tapping it, the voltage which will come out from the unit will be supplied to the heated grips. I'm not really sure what kind of resistance this controls work with, so I had to install some rectifier diodes just to add another resistance to each circuit. Here we have some LED which is in line connection with some small resistor. This will just show you if you run on the higher settings or lower, as this control unit doesn't have any lights. Here we have some charts which prove different settings and different current values, where the first option which I installed was the free rectifier diodes, and then the heated grips were really hot, about the 50 degrees. I decided to add another diode which improved the temperature, and it would drop a bit. So on the top setting we have 1.7 amp. This is really recommended only just to warm up, and then second and third settings from the top will limit the current to about 1 amp. Obviously those values will change, because when you ride the motorcycle, the voltage which is present on the battery changes. I ran also another test with some small battery. This is a mistake, it should be volts, so it was 12.5 volts compared to this 14 volts from the power supply which are connected. So obviously you can see with the lower voltage, which can be probably when the engine is on the idle, those values are lower, so you can expect obviously that heated grips will get cooler and hotter, but average you should get a nice really warm heated grips. So actually that's it. I want just to show you the unit which I constructed. I use some small bracket from the Oxford brand, and I use some small square plastic piece which I mounted on the top of it. I drilled a small hole to fit the LED. It was a 5mm LED. Actually I chopped off the wires to be reused from this Dr. Bike control unit. This apparently has got the very low quality dial and switch, and it's quite bulky, and I didn't like it on my bike, so I just chopped it off. I used the small base. Just another tip is if you can just install those LEDs, the rectifier diodes here on the cables, and just apply the heat shrink. It will look neater and will help you with the soldering. Otherwise you will get a lot of elements here on the bottom. You can see I use the crystal clear silicone, and I think a better looking will be to use the black one. The unit is quite slim. It's nothing fancy, but it does the job. So I just glued the small unit, which was covered with the heat shrink as well. I applied some small, I don't know if you can see it, it's quite difficult to show, but here we have some square plastic piece which I installed on the top of the switch. Those switches are quite flat, and then when you have gloves on, it cannot be felt really well, so just to help to push it and tap it, I've installed some small square piece of the plastic, and I've applied the heat shrink, so which keeps water away. and the ends of the heat shrink I've just filled up with the silicone, so it just keeps all the moisture away. So if you can just keep pressing the button, so you can see that the LED gets dimmer. I don't know if you can see it, but it gets dimmer and dimmer, and eventually it comes back to the highest setting again. There you go. And if you hold it, it switches off. So this is just the downside of this unit. When you apply the voltage, it comes on straight away. But I suppose if you install some convenient switch somewhere on the motorbike, it will just sort this out. So yeah, this is really cheap and easy way to how to replace your unit. Just another tip is a lot of brands use exactly the same plugs. So I've chopped off the cables from this Dr. Bike control unit, and I just reuse them again. So this is it. You can just let me know what do you think about this, and just make some tests, install it, and then just let me know if it worked fine. Thank you for watching.